Hello, everyone. My name is Steve Neuenfeld. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about why we must adopt green building principles. I'd first like to start with a simple question. Have you ever stood outside on a 110-degree Arizona afternoon and felt that wave of heat rising from the concrete? If you haven't, imagine opening an oven door and that blast of hot air hitting your face. That's what it feels like to walk outside here on those days. Now, picture that same kind of heat magnified across every city in the world. That is the impact of traditional construction. According to the U.S. Green Building Council, buildings are responsible for nearly 40% of global carbon emissions. The good news is that we already have a solution. That's green building. Today, I want to share what green building is, the benefits it brings, and why adopting it now is critical for our future. So traditional construction not only wastes energy and materials, it has locked us into harmful practices for decades. Every new building is a long-term commitment, and right now, too many of them are fueling climate change. The U.S. Green Building Council points out that the built environment is one of the biggest contributors to carbon emissions, which means it also is one of the biggest opportunities for change. So, what does green building actually mean? It's about designing and constructing with efficiency, health, and sustainability in mind. That includes conserving energy and water, reducing pollution, and creating healthier indoor spaces. In other words, buildings that work with the planet instead of against it. That isn't just a trend, it's a smarter way to build. So, to help make these standards measurable, we have systems like LEED, which stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, and Green Globes. These certifications, explained by the Green Building Initiative, set clear benchmarks for sustainability. They don't just encourage good design, they hold builders accountable and reward them for their innovation. When you see a LEED plaque on a building, you know real effort went into making that space healthier and more sustainable. The environmental benefits are dramatic when it comes to green building. The World Green Building Council reports that green building can reduce energy use by up to 30%, cut water use in half, and even lower greenhouse gas emissions by 35%. Now, imagine if every school, office, and hospital met those standards. Our cities would have cleaner air, stronger power grids, and a much smaller footprint on the planet. Now, I'd like to talk about money. Green buildings aren't just good for the environment, they pay off financially. According to the US Department of Energy, they can save on average 20 to 40% on utilities and lower long-term maintenance costs. Property values and occupancy rates also rise in green buildings. For homeowners, that means lower energy bills. For businesses, it means a higher profit with lower risk. There are also major health benefits. The Environmental Protection Agency has found that better air quality and natural light reduce illness, fatigue, and even absenteeism for employees. Workers in green buildings tend to be more focused and more productive. This shows that sustainability is not just about saving the planet, it's about improving our daily lives. This brings us to urgency. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change warns that climate change is accelerating at a much faster rate than expected. The building sector is one of the fastest and most cost-effective ways to cut emissions. Every building we put up today shapes the future, so every decision matters. Waiting only increases the cost of inaction. Beyond economics and science, there's a moral duty when it comes to green buildings. We are building the world that future generations will inherit. Every choice, every wall, every roof, every system either adds to the problem or becomes part of the solution. Green building means we are building with purpose, not just for profit. So, what can we do? Well, homeowners can choose energy efficient appliances and materials. Contractors can implement green standards on every project. Developers can lead the charge by investing in sustainable growth. And if each group does its part, together we can make a massive difference. In closing, green building is not just an option, it's the path forward. It saves energy, improves health, boosts economies, and protects our planet. The future will be built either with foresight or with regret. Let's choose foresight. Let's build smarter, cleaner, and greener for ourselves and for generations to come. I'd like to thank you